Phantasm.
This is Tobias from Cut Up. You're listening to FANTASM Podcast.
What's up, motherfuckers? This is Brian from Vital Remains. You're listening to FANTASM Podcast. Hail Satan.
This is Dr. Ross Stewart from Exhumed and Impaled, and you're listening to the FANTASM Podcast.
Phantasm.
What the fuck is up, motherfuckers, and welcome to the FANTASM Podcast. I am Corey Gore Christ. With me, as always, Dr. Vincent motherfucking West. How we doing? And, this feels good. This is going to be a good one. Kids, ladies and gentlemen, gentle ghouls, gentle gals. What do we got for them today, Doctor?
This is out of my vault, but it is inspired by you. So we have
well, thank you.
Mario Bava's Bay of Blood.
Also known as Twitch of the Death Nerve, which is what, when I first saw this movie, that's what I thought it was called, was Twitch of the Death Nerve. I didn't know about
Was that the version you saw when you saw this?
It's just, that's the American name for this. I think,
really?
Before they did Bay of Blood, I don't know.
I didn't know that.
The actual...
So it was released as Twitch of the Death Nerve in America?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Whatever the Italian translation was for the original, I think Twitch of the Death Nerve was the translation. And then there's just a shit ton of names of this.
The only thing I've watched off this Blu-ray...
It's also called Bloodbath, but it's not the same as that other Bloodbath.
Really?
Yeah, it was called Twitch of the Death Nerve, Bloodbath. There's all different names. This is 71. I want to say this is the oldest film we've watched on here.
Yeah, it might be.
It's the oldest film, I think. We haven't gone back this far yet.
Well, it's about to... this is more my... This is your speed, it being Italian, but this is my speed, it being old as fuck. I'm very partial to 70s, and...
I love it. I mean, this is...
The only thing that Vincent Price, which I'm obsessed with, sort of... I would say definitely got me watching older stuff when I was a teenager because I started watching his stuff.
Right.
So going back, but 70s was never out of the realm. I think you're right. I think this is the oldest thing we've watched.
Fun fact about this film: Christopher Lee saw it in theaters and he was disgusted.
No shit.
This made Christopher Lee uncomfortable.
Well, I'll say this: this is if you guys are interested in buying this. This is an Arrow region-free British release.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of them, but they're there.
I wish I had a list, which I've actually asked for from Arrow. Whether I'll get it or not, I don't know. I asked for a region-free list because I would like to buy some things for us to have to watch.
Hell yeah.
This Blu-ray is beautiful, though.
I fucking love Arrow. Oh, they're great.
Yeah, I do too.
We haven't. I don't know if we've watched anything.
This is the only.
yet.
This is the third Italian horror film we've done.
Right, first one you've picked.
No.
Italian.
This is the only Italian one I've picked. Pieces.
That's what I'm saying.
Picked.
This is the first one you've picked.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying the first one you picked
because I did
Pieces.
I picked Pieces, and then I picked New York Ripper.
You see what I mean? I thought.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And then you go Bava. You go all the way back to where Giallo pretty much started. So this is great. This is a good start. This is really where slasher started, but it wasn't. Of course, in the U.S., slasher started with.
I'm a big fan
fucking
of
Leatherface.
I'm a big fan of Black Sabbath.
It's great.
That's probably. I don't know if it's my favorite Mario Bava film, but it's awesome. I love it.
Blood and Black Lace is probably my favorite. It's a badass film.
That's region free.
Yeah, Arrow's got that. I haven't seen it yet, but from what I've
there's a steel book of it that's region free. That's Arrow. It's on Amazon occasionally. About $30, $25,
yeah.
$35, something like that. I don't know. It jumps around, but I haven't seen this since I watched it on DVD.
But the Whip and the Body by Mario Bava that had Christopher Lee in it, a young Christopher Lee, 8 years prior to Bay of Blood. So
he was in it.
Yep, and that's why he went and saw this film in theaters. And right off the bat, if you're following along at home, which we You know how this works by now. If you've listened to us, we're at 5:17 on the player, and this old bitch is getting choked the fuck out. She's out of the wheelchair. She's getting fucking King Diamond standing behind her. Let me help you into the chair,
right.
Grandma. And this is brutal. I mean, it's already you get a grandma strangulation. There's not too many of those in horror movies. I think there needs to be more grandma strangulations in horror movies. Drinking this nasty coffee porter. Don't ever fucking drink these. I don't know what possessed me to buy it. It's fucking gross. Not as gross as this film. But yeah, it's very Italian. You got a dude, really sharp
I wonder if this
dresser.
will be my favorite thing of his. I mean, I don't remember a damn thing about this.
But you can tell it's very Italian. You got the dude in a nice suit with black gloves. I mean, that's classic Italian giallo slasher. He's got some nice cigarettes. They look like Lucky Strikes. I can't tell. He just straight up fucked Grandma up, and he's getting the hell out of there. So yeah, I love these kinds of films, but this was like, this was slasher then, but we wouldn't get it in America until Gunnar Hansen donned the leather face. So before before him, this was slasher before it was known as slashers, which is really cool.
It is cool.
But the first original slasher, I don't care what anyone says, is goddamn Norman Bates is the original slasher.
Psycho,
So
yeah, I agree with that.
that's, I think, the first slasher, really, even before this,
Oh, sure, because that's like 60s.
Mm-hmm.
50s, 60s? 60s.
60s. It's like 68, maybe.
Oh, it's earlier than that, isn't it? Look that up. I'll profess right now to the listeners, if you guys listen to this, not real big on Hitchcock. It's not that I don't like him, but my favorite movie that he ever did was Family Plot, which a lot of people think is fucking weird, but it's just the truth. And I like, your typical ones. I like Psycho, and I like Rear Window, and I like Vertigo.
Of course.
But
1960.
yeah, I bet to say that's an early one.
Hmm.
But and there's your first slasher. Feel free to argue that the fact is that remains. And like I said, I'm more of an Alfred Hitchcock Presents, which is available on Netflix if you guys have that as a media outlet. That was my Alfred Hitchcock, was watching that show, because I used to watch it with my uncle. He'd get loaded and watch it when I was a kid. Freaky deaky, it was weird and it was ahead of its time. And I'm sure, I don't know this, but I'm assuming Mario Bava is a Hitchcock fan, so
Right.
it all just trickles down.
Which now,
Like the blood on that
the
man's
dude
face.
that killed the old bitch, now he's dead, because he got stabbed to death, so there's just all kinds of shit going on in this film. I don't even...
I have to admit,
It's a nice...
I'm already lost,
Yeah.
and the subtitles are not working.
Thought they were. I might have turned them off. Could fix that.
Yeah, give me the English subtitles, because I need them, because I already don't know what the hell's going on. Again,
I don't think there was any dialogue during that whole thing.
the fucking Blu-ray looks nice.
Yeah, great presentation from Arrow, as always. It looks fucking delicious. And speaking of delicious, I believe we got some naked Italian women,
And a blonde wig.
which you have to have in these films. You just can't not have the Italian prostitutes. Fucking cops, or whatever this guy is. How much you want to bet me he's a cop or a prostitute?
Well, I like this more than New York Ripper.
Already, yeah. Well, it's a New York Ripper, the dog finds the hand at the beginning, and you're like, oh my god. And then this one is like an old bitch gets strangulated. It's awesome. And this chick's way hotter than the ones that were in the other films, so.
I almost feel like we should have watched Tenebrae. Corey and I both bought Tenebrae months ago on Blu-ray, and at least I know I can't speak for him specifically. I'm pretty sure I'm right, though. Neither one of us have watched it.
Never seen it.
I've seen the film. I've just never watched
I've
that
seen
Blu-ray.
the film a long time ago.
Somebody was telling me that Blu-ray has a soundtrack with it. I didn't even realize that.
It does.
I've got the fucking soundtrack.
I've
too.
opened it, but I've never watched it. But it, it's the Argento, and it's
I like Dario Argento.
it's like when they're in the dorm or whatever, and they got like a college killer. It's pretty cool. Some nice deaths in it. Some Dario's very artistic with his kills, which I like it the way he does it. It's nice. It's cinematic. It's pretty good. Just the way he directs is very nice.
Argento is the David Lynch of Italian horror.
Totally agree with you. See, Bava's more classy. Bava's more of like a Scorsese. Where he gets...
I was going to say Hitchcock.
Well, as far as his like pace of the movie, but as far as his direction, he's a lot more like his angles like these, and he gets her through that. I mean, he's more artsy in a sense where it's more of working the camera. With Argento, it's more about colors and how you can make blood as like artistic as possible. These films, Bava's more classy. I don't know how to explain it, but like this reminds me of a Bond film right now. Whereas if it was Argento,
what did we drop on that tonight, bro? It was expensive.
It was like $30, $25 with shipping.
No, it was more than that.
Was it more? Maybe it was $40. $40.
I thought it was $50. Dude, no, it had to.
It was like $39.99.
Well, it had to have been. Then it was $45 with shipping, and it was like $90 because I bought the steel book of fucking Demons from him too.
And then it took like
which we've never watched.
It took like
which I love.
Fucking 2 months to get to my house.
Love the first Demons. Do you like that?
Yeah, it's Lombardo Bava. Love it. Great film.
Are they related?
Yeah. Lombardo Bava and Mario Bava.
Anybody's ever listened to the podcast also knows that I have seen a shitload of Italian horror, but if you want to know anything about it, do not ask the doctor. Not unless you want, like, just simple things you want to ask me about it. Because it's just not really... my friend Peter that I grew up with, which I've mentioned before on a podcast, that I've lost contact with, but I hope he's listening to this because he's a shit and he never contacts me. But anyway... yes, Peter, that was for you. Bradley McCormack, you son of a bitch. Anyway, love you. But anyway, he was always the Italian horror guy. I dabbled in it, but not like he did. I'm pretty simple. I'm pretty bare bones with my horror. It's not, well, I don't want to say simple, but it's complex, but I'm pretty, there's not, I don't know. I was always drawn more to, I guess, more... John Carpenter and stuff like that. So,
see, my backbone's always been the Italian stuff, but all the outside of it, all the guts and the and the glory for me has always been, the straight up the Leatherface and Friday the 13th and the first three Nightmare on Elm Street films and Phantasm. Those are my favorites. But
and Sean rockstarred me. Should I rockstar him back?
Yeah, give him a giant ass thumb.
I don't know if I should do that.
You should. It'd be funny.
I'll just do a little one.
No, do a big one. Do a giant ass thumb.
I don't want to do that.
Come on, it's funny.
No, I'll just be nice. Fuck it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I want a list. If anybody out there has one, because I've requested one and never got it, I need a list of Region Zero Arrow releases. One of my favorite movies ever made is The Burbs, which I like about as much as Corey does Ghostbusters. I'm a real big fan of The Burbs, and I like it quite a bit.
It's a great movie.
I can watch it all the time. It was released on Blu-ray, but it was released on Blu-ray a few years ago by fucking Arrow, and it's Region 2. There's a lot of stuff that I've run across that's just Region 2. But what we're going to do right now, I am going to get on Amazon and talk about some things that I bought recently.
The one release that I want from Arrow that they do have overseas, and the presentation of it's a steelbook. The presentation of this Blu-ray is so fucking beautiful. Not even the restoration, but the actual packaging and the steelbook that they brought with this film. I fucking want. I just want to buy it to have it, even though I can't watch it.
What's that?
It's fucking Shivers, the Cronenberg movie. They've only put it out in the UK and it's Region 2. But
we'll get it eventually. You know who owns Cronenberg stuff here in America?
Who?
MGM, but half the time they get outbid when they want to release something by Criterion and Criterion,
which they make beautiful stuff too, but they're expensive and they don't.
I feel like we need to do one of his. I feel like we're missing the mark on that.
I got Nightbreed. That's not his. He's in it, but it's not.
Well, I mean, I've got everything that's out.
We almost watched The Brood. We had it, but
I did bring that over once. We never got to that.
We chose to do Carpenter, which is fine.
I will bring it.
I would always choose the Carpenter bring it at some point. But they have a steelbook of Shivers for the Arrow UK version, and it's black and it's got the chick in the tub, and then it's just like fluorescent green. Like it's a It's a beautiful steelbook. Like I want it so bad. I think actually I'm just going to buy it just to have it because I know if we get a US release, it's gonna look great, I'm sure. But that is like the packaging I want with it. So even if I can't watch it, I'll still own it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll buy a region free player down the road just so I can watch Shivers on Blu-ray if Arrow doesn't give it to me in the near future for the US release. But won't hold it against you, Arrow. I'll still buy it. You got me sold just on that. Whoever made that cover art and shit for your UK version, I'm all about it. So thanks for that. But yeah, that's probably my favorite release that Arrow's put out that I don't own, and when I own it, I'll never get to watch. So, but this Bay of Blood looks really fucking nice. It looks great.
The new Dark Funeral is out. I haven't picked it up yet.
A lot of love from that record.
Really?
Get a lot of love from that record. I've seen it all over Facebook. People I didn't even know like Dark Funeral are posting stuff about that album.
Where Shadows Forever Reign is the name of it.
Yep. I haven't heard it yet, but
I haven't bought it. I'm just going to buy it, but
it's one of those records where I want to just buy it and listen to it, not stream it first. I want to go ahead and just on a whim just buy it and listen to it all the way through.
You want new Devil Driver, boy? Anyway.
What's that Devil Driver album called? Don't Look at Me.
Trust no one.
Trust no one. Don't look in my eyes.
And they didn't pay for the rights to use Toodle.
Suggestions include Got Your Six.
The new Dinner Sherman, which is the two guitarists from Merciful Fate. If you got Merciful Fate fans out there, Masters of Evil.
They got a new music video out supporting their new record, and that song for that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of them.
I'm really
I like
excited
those guys.
for that album.
I think they're great.
I'm excited for that record.
I'm going to plug something old here in a minute. Not old as in it still came out this year. I'll get to it in just a second. Also this week, my favorite thing that came out and I bought it is the last release from Motorhead.
Clean Your Clocks.
Yep, Clean Your Clock.
Yeah, the Denner Sherman thing is called Son of Satan, and it's on Metal Blade's YouTube page right now. It's the official video. You can go check it out. It's a badass song. So, and yes, the album's called Masters of Evil. So that's pretty epic.
What else? There was something else that had came out. There's a new Sodom coming out in August that I'm excited about getting. Which Corey and I are going to be going to see Sodom if they come over here the end of this year, beginning of next year.
Supposed to see him at Death Fest last year, but their visas were denied.
Oh, they're doing a tour. So.
Well, their visas were denied, so they weren't allowed into the country.
Hopefully that won't happen. My honorable mention, and I mentioned this coming out about a month and a half ago, the new Flotsam and Jetsam record is fantastic.
I love that band.
They
get as much credit as Overkill does.
It's the best fucking thing they've done in a long time. They did a reunion record. Anybody that's a fan of Flotsam and Jetsam a few years ago, and it's okay, but the new record, it's just self-titled Flotsam and Jetsam. It's fantastic. It was worth every penny.
The new Sodom album is called Decision Day. It comes out August 26th. It's on Steamhammer Records.
Same as Flotsam.
Yep.
It's a power metal label.
And they got 12 tracks coming on this thing. And they got some awesome fucking names. Damn, it's like, whew. These names are fucking nasty. You ready for this?
Well, actually, before you start that, I want to say something. I want to say fuck you to Entombed AD for blowing me off on Facebook and denying my friend requests and everything else. So fuck your band. I'm not an Entombed fan anyway. Go fuck yourself. I just wanted to throw that out there. Entombed AD, don't buy their stuff. They're a bunch of pricks. I don't know who the hell they think they are. Nobody buys your stuff. Nobody gave a shit about Entombed over here. Saw you up for King Diamond. Watched King Diamond blow you off stage about 15 years ago. Woo. So, I hate to... I'm not even ranting about it. I just think they're pricks.
Right. But let's go to a real band. We'll go to some German thrash here. It's Sodom. This is from the new record come out in August. Just reads you a track name here. It's number 7, Vaginal Born Evil. That's pretty awesome. That's death metal as fuck. Then the last song on their CD is called Predatory Instinct, which sounds just like a classic Sodom name for a song, so that's pretty good. Looking forward to that, so props to the doctor here for letting me know, because there hasn't really been any talk about that album coming out, so I had no idea that album was being released.
Band over here.
I fucking love Sodom, man. They're one of my unspoken favorites. I really fucking love Sodom. They're great. So yeah, thanks to the doctor for letting me know. I had no idea that album was coming out. So,
but I have no time to deal with. If people don't want to do it, then you're getting free advertising. I'm not asking for anything,
right?
And I don't like being someone takes a shit in my mouth over something stupid like that. It's like, really. Oh, fun side note, switch gears, something more positive. I just think this is weird. The Jeepers Creepers Blu-ray that they put out for Part 1 and Part 2 are impossible to find.
Huh.
And Part 1, I'd like to note, is $35 fucking on Amazon.
I guess they're that popular, I don't know.
The second one's only $21. I don't like or dislike these films. I just don't really give a shit.
Right.
The one that I saw that I thought was entertaining was the second one.
Yeah, that one's good.
The first one was too... Even though I like Justice Long, it was just a bunch of people just driving around a car for fucking an hour and a half. I didn't really care about it. The Jaws 2, 3, and Jaws the Revenger now out on Blu-ray. I have those. Unfortunately, Jaws 3, the print just has suffered so much print damage over the year. I don't think there's any... It still looks bad. I love Jaws 3. It's kind of a guilty pleasure because I saw it at the theater.
But it is
Jaws 2 looks great. I mean, it looks okay, but it's still just disappointing that they kind of half-assed it. Jaws 2 looks great. I haven't watched Jaws the Revenge yet. What else have I bought? Watched the Funhouse Massacre, which I bought Julia for our anniversary, and it's a turd.
Is it?
Yeah, Robert Englund needs to stop making films. Sorry, I know it's mean, but it's just I'm just not into it. And why did Warner Brothers put The Crush out on Blu-ray is a mystery to everybody.
I still don't know. We talked about that before. That was just okay.
But anyway, this movie's it's not a horror movie. It's just she's just a crazy bitch, which I think she is probably in real life. What else? There's a lot of stuff coming out. I want to touch on this for just a second. I don't know where you guys live, where you're listening to this. There's a chain that I buy stuff from that I've never mentioned on any podcast episode. I'm going to actually mention it tonight because I'm very upset about this because they're going out of business. And I'm referring to a company called Hastings. Hastings is somewhere that I have shopped for about 10 years. Maybe longer, actually. I got all my Blu-rays there. I got all my CDs there. They would order all this stuff for me without asking for money down on it. I didn't have to buy it online because I like to physically go and pick it up because I'm a weirdo. But I found out basically recently, as of July 13th, by the time this episode probably airs, they'll be out of business. And I'm really mad about it. I'm really annoyed with it. Apparently they were poorly managed and they got ran into the ground. But, I want to just say something real quick. I hope everybody out there is happy for stealing media, because I don't, and you've now run it into the ground where now I have to buy everything online. So I want to send a big fuck you out to everybody that steals music and steals films. If you want to steal porn, go ahead. If you're stealing these Blu-rays we talk about, and you're stealing fucking music, you're a fucking piece of dog shit, and you really shouldn't be doing that, because now you've bankrupted pretty much the industry. Now everything's got to be digital. But I got news for you. Eventually, they're going to crack down on where you can't steal it anymore too. Eventually, they'll show up at your door with some handcuffs, hopefully for you, right. Because Corey and I don't steal the stuff that we're watching. We also don't steal the stuff that we listen to. So it's not. I'm not saying it's any of our listeners' fault, but it is someone's fault for stealing shit all these years. I don't. I physically buy the stuff I listen to, and
it's important,
Well, it's funny. I run into people all the time when Corey and I go to a show. Oh, they're this band's biggest fan, and they stole your whole catalog. Yeah, you're a piece of dog shit. And a lot of these bands just don't care because they're just like, well, people are stealing it. I'm just going to say, yeah, fuck it, steal it. There's little bands I've went and seen this year that say that. And I'm like, that's kind of stupid to tell people to go steal your stuff when you have people like me that bought it. Because it kind of makes me feel like you're taking a shit in my mouth.
Yeah, it's like, well, if you want them to steal it, then why am I buying it?
Yeah, why am I at your goddamn concert? Why didn't I just go jack off and go to bed? I just don't, But either way, so eventually... hopefully there's some people out here that listen to us that physically buy stuff. I hope you're happy because you've bankrupted the fucking system. Because there are... You steal everything, and these are people that have money to buy stuff. I don't have money to buy physical media, and I still come up with the money to buy physical media.
Right.
Corey doesn't have a lot of money, and he still comes up with the money to buy physical media. So, and I'm not saying, again, I'm not talking about the people listening to us, but I am talking about there are people out there that steal everything. These are people that don't go to the theater. These are people that don't spend money to pay for any. They don't want to pay for a goddamn thing. They're probably getting Netflix illegally. I mean, I don't know.
They're stealing it from their friends.
You're the same person that walks into a gas station and robs, somebody with a fucking knife. Why don't you sell your car? Why don't you hitchhike everywhere? I just don't understand it. But either way, Hastings is going out of business. It fucking sucks. Now I have to buy everything off the goddamn internet because nobody thinks they want physical media anymore. And FYE, that's in our local mall here that Corey and I both shop in occasionally, they don't carry any physical hardly media now. They told me the other day they sent back 7,000 pieces of CDs and movies because nobody wants physical media anymore. I'm just like, yeah, because everyone's stealing it.
Yeah.
These people aren't buying it. You're not going
if
to buy it.
If they buy it, they're
you're
buying
stealing
it off their phones, and they're not going out and buying
stuff.
So
they're buying a song off the phone, then they steal the album when they get home off fucking Pirate Bay.
Yeah, because it's
it's fucking...
People don't... You know what the best thing to do is when you...
If you steal shit, I don't even want you listening to us. I really... You can... You're a fucking... You're a goddamn thief.
My favorite thing to do was you find a release date for a record, and you're like, I can't wait. I get to go to the fucking store, and I get to go pick this record up.
Sure.
The day it comes out.
Apparently
you anticipate
you and I are apparently goddamn dinosaurs for thinking that, because
now shit leaks.
People are going to get mad at me.
Now shit leaks like weeks in advance, and you can just download it and not even have to listen to it in your car, or it's like, well, I have a burned disc, I could just pop it in. It's like, look, the bands appreciate you listening to it at all, especially death metal, artists, but at the same time, you know what they appreciate more? If you buy the fucking record. Even though, honestly, these days with the record companies and the way they work, bands don't fucking make money off record sales. They really don't. But, you know what it helps them do? It helps the label give them money to fund tours and have them fucking go out and support the shit. If the album's not making money, guess what? They're not coming to your neck of the woods to play it because you didn't fucking buy it.
No, and that's,
it has nothing to do with...
Going to shows is great. Buying a shirt's great. But, if you physically buy something from them, I don't care if it's the vinyl.
Yeah.
I'm a CD guy, but if you want to buy the vinyl...
it costs more to make the vinyl than it does the records.
Buy the vinyl if you want. But you buy something from them, And again, I don't think... I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say something. I don't think anyone out there listening to us steals shit. And you know what? If you have... Man, if it's porn, I'm telling... Do it. I don't care. Hey, I love to jack off. Love to masturbate. I'm a fucking...
Me too, really.
I'm a fucking nerd, whatever. Porn's great. We're
watching it right now. This chick's been naked for the last 20 minutes.
But steal it. I don't care. But when you
German butt swimming around the lake here.
when you steal from these bands, these metal bands, especially the stuff we love, the death metal stuff and some of this thrash stuff, these guys don't make any money.
I need your support. And they're not going to make
Flotsam
money
and
off.
Jetsam does not make a lot of money. I met that whole guy.
They don't make money off you buying the record. They make money off you buying the record so they can go out and they have something to tour for and support. So if you're not buying it, they're like, why the fuck are we going to go tour this? When
It's why a lot of these bands don't tour.
So basically, you're buying the record. The music label is like, hey, there's an album making decent sales. We can fund them the tour. And then they go out and they do it. But if no one's going to buy the album, the record company is going to be like, well, they're not selling it, so we're not fucking giving them any money.
You have to realize, like, for me, I like to physically have it in my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Jordan Landy, a singer that I listen to, I have every fucking thing I can get my hands on of his physical where I can hold it in my hand. I just like it. I'm a big Motorhead fan. I have everything Motorhead's ever done. I was talking about Clean Your Clock earlier. You can get Clean Your Clock, the full concert, and the Blu-ray for $21.
Yeah, why wouldn't you get that?
I mean, the people go fucking steal it. It's like it's the last thing the man will ever put out. It's like that's it, you know. And I don't even know that it was Lemmy's decision. It may have just been a label decision to put this out because he passed away. I don't know the dirt on Clean Your Clock, but you know, but people should buy it if you want.
They were
to buy
filming
the
stuff
thing.
to a new release anyway, and that just happened to be it.
That or the band's or his family or whoever's in charge, his son or they're finishing out their contract. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I
But
don't even know if there's any stuff on there where it's like after he died or what, if they squeezed that in. I don't think they did. I mean,
what on that record? No, there's not.
on that Clean Your Clock release, I think.
No, it's the exact
just the
set.
last
I wanted
thing.
to tell you something about that. That it's the exact set we saw.
Yeah.
No different. And that's why it's awesome for me and
Yeah.
you. But, you know, it's... you know, and again, if you like, you know, if you like stealing it, I guess do it. But I'm just saying, you can't walk up in front of somebody that owns everything and act like you're this huge fan. Because you're not. You're a fucking thief. That's all I got to say about that. That's. I mean...
Right.
It's not even a rant. It's just, you know, it is what it is. And this film's freaking me out. I haven't seen it in years, and I feel like I'm going 90 beside some blonde chick.
She just got butt touched by a corpse floating in the lake there.
Oh, okay. No,
Trying to find Bobby, and she can't find Bobby, but
what the hell?
somebody found her. He's looking for a squeaker.
What'd you do with it, buddy?
No, I wanted to give
With
a shout
this?
out.
Is this what he's wanting?
There's another one over there.
Hey, Toodle. Hey.
Squeak it to him.
Here.
Yeah, problem solved. Okay. I want to give a shout out to a band. They're called Memoriam. Oh, before we... Jesus. That was a nice laceration there to the throat. Anyway, there's a band Memoriam that came out, and it features Carl and Andy from Bolt Thrower and Frank from Benediction. So that's a nice little death metal supergroup for you guys to check out. They're called Memoriam. They got a record coming out in 2017. I think they came out around January this year when they formed. So they're getting ready to write a new record, and definitely go fucking check them out. If you're even remotely a fan of Bolt Thrower or Benediction or both,
I think this band's gay.
Nails. Yeah, I don't. There's some,
Hipster beard metal.
there's some gay punk shit. I don't know what they're supposed to be hardcore or something.
I don't know. I'm tired of seeing their name pop up every time I look up shit.
Doctor, you gotta have your vest with your In the Nightshade Eclipse back patch, and then you have to have a nails patch too.
I just don't understand that band. I don't understand. It's fucking garbage. It's like that they try to write their stuff like they're a black metal band. They look like that fucking just hipster bullshit.
It is.
How the hell is OTEP still together? It fucking bands. It'll be called Strap or Dyke Tap.
Strap on tap.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But
French tickler stuff. I don't know.
I don't like a lot of...
we need to make up the ultimate, like, butt tour. It's like Lacuna Coil and OTEP. And,
Here's another band I keep seeing popping up. I've never listened to this band. Is Withered.
I've heard them, but they don't really stand out to me. I don't know. They're like some American black metal band.
Oh, God.
Yeah, one of those. Not something I take seriously.
I don't like the new Gorguts at all.
I mean, it's one song.
I just don't like it.
I can't listen to one song for
I just don't like it. I haven't liked that band. I did like their release before the new thing.
God.
But couldn't get into this
That's
one.
fucking nice.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
There's some great kills in this already.
A lot of stuff people try to turn me on to. I can't do it, you know. Like the other day, this guy's like, "Dude, have you heard the new Gojira, dude?" And I'm just like, "I can't get into it, dude." I just don't like it. They sound like Meshuggah light to me.
Yeah.
And I don't even like Meshuggah, so. But that's what it sounds like to me.
I haven't listened to the new Gojira. I mean, I'm a fan of Gojira, but not to
I like it. I don't know. I haven't
not
listened
to where I, you know.
Well, you're getting it for your birthday since you're such a big fan. And it goes your tattoo as well. Where he doesn't like death metal anymore. He likes beard butt rock.
I like Gojira.
Beard butt rock is what I call it.
They, you know, I don't hate them, but
I just don't see why everybody thinks they're so great and artistic. It's like the same people that walk up to me. It's like, I like Steel and fucking Gojira.
Go-Gurt.
And I like it male. Let's fucking male, man. I listen to that stuff, and I was just like, not Gojira, but that Nails band. What the fuck is that? It's like, this isn't metal.
Nails sounds like if your grandpa fell in your garage and you heard it from the living room. You're like, what the fuck was that?
It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just not. I don't understand it. And apparently, the people that like Between the Buried and me like him. There's another band I wouldn't want my butt with.
That guy's wiping his
I don't even understand why that band's on Metal Blade. I don't understand how half that crap's on Metal Blade. Speaking of crap on Metal Blade, the new Shit Chapel came out.
Let's not even get into that. You know what? I made a video review for it, and I never put it up. I don't think I'm going to. Because it's not even worth putting it up.
How's the YouTube thing going?
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a YouTube thing, and I know nothing about it.
I put up one thing on there, and I just haven't really put other shit up on there yet. This chick is still trying to get her rocks off while she's got a fucking pole sticking out of her.
Nice.
I mean,
this thing went from boring to brutal.
This
in
is
5
Slasher.
seconds.
Like, he just killed like 4 people in like a minute with like all different weapons. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone in this movie is already dead, so I don't know where this is going to go. The rest of this movie is just going to be this guy whacking off over the corpses. I don't know. This movie that looks beautiful. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice little Bob Ross.
This is not death metal. This isn't even metal. But I want to plug the Brad Whitford, Derek St. Holmes reunion album. Brad Whitford, of course, is from Aerosmith. Derek St. Holmes played with Ted Nugent. The CD's kicks ass. It's just, if you want some just good 70s rock, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
It came out. Of course, I can't find it either because nobody wants to buy physical media except me and Corey. And mainly me.
You got to buy it on Amazon for $28. You can't just go to the store and get it.
Another band I want to make fun of real quick. I'm sick of hearing about the band Rival Sons. I think they suck.
Who's that?
It's butt rock. They got a record called Hollow Bones. It's like, you're not Black Sabbath. You're not Lynyrd Skynyrd. You're none of these 70s bands. I don't even like either one of those. I don't want to listen to your bullshit. That's all that is at Rival. See, it's like, I'm going to start up my Harley and go listen back and listen to goddamn Rival Sons. It's like, no thanks, I'm not fucking interested. Why don't you just come out of the closet and admit that you're a biker because you're looking for dick?
I've never heard them before.
It's horrible. Because I keep
What's that
I keep
band?
a pretty low ear to the ground.
Oh, that was
stuff.
Mortician. Do they sound like that? Like the old, like that Australian Mortician? Like not the real
New
York Mortician?
The Australian Mortician, which is dog shit. Yes, it's like that. It's horrible.
It's just like, we got a Western theme, and we're from fucking...
Yeah, it's just dog shit.
We're from New Hampshire, and we got a Western
It's a steaming
thing.
pile of dog shit is all it is.
The cover of our album's got a dead guy, but he's a zombie.
God, that
Western
Dio
guy.
box set's coming out on vinyl.
Really? Well, we know where the doctor's money's going.
6 LP vinyl box set with 7-inch single.
What's the single?
I don't know, it doesn't say.
It's pretty cool.
Another record I want to plug that's coming out, Bay Area thrash band, gets no credit. The new Vicious Rumors. It's called Concussion Protocol, which I think is a goddamn awesome name for a thrash album.
Oh, yeah.
For 2 tracks off of it, it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So Vicious Rumors, Concussion Protocol. Another record, y'all can make fun of me. I'm into prog rock as well. I love this band. On July 1st, the new Fate's Warning comes out,
Nice.
which I love. Fate's
So with
Warning.
that old singer that they're getting...
No, that guy's horrible.
Who is that guy?
I want to clear the air on this. So they got their original singer to come back, which the guy sucks, and he's doing the prog power thing in Atlanta, which
But he's
I want
not
to
doing
plug.
that record.
No, God no. This is Ray Alder. This is the singer.
Oh, okay.
This is the good singer.
And how many albums has this guy been on?
I think he's on 2.
Okay. So
The guy that's on this record has been on everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, just kind of run through here. Some things I wanted to tell Corey about. Very excited about. Synapse is putting out Basket Case 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Very happy about that for you.
This will be nice.
I want to give a shout out to the new Wolf Hoffman record that Nuclear Blast is putting out called Headbangers Symphony. Wolf Hoffman is the singer, songwriter, and founder of Accept. If you don't like Accept, you shouldn't listen to this podcast. Accept is one of my favorite
Goddamn metal.
German metal bands in the world. They fucking rule. Anyway,
That's
the new
also
Wolf,
Demons.
yeah,
It's fucking fast as a shark,
I'm
baby.
a huge fan of Wolf Hoffman. Another thing I want to plug, this is a power metal band. We rarely do this on the show. I'm doing it right now. This may even be a first. On August 5th, Powerwolf will put out their first live album. Powerwolf is a satanic power metal band from...
Got a lot of opera themes to their sound. I mean, they're great. It's very theatric.
There's a fucking Blu-ray.
Awesome
I ordered
shit.
the Blu-ray of it. It's called The Metal Mass. So there's you something
Awesome.
that's, kind of off the beaten path. It's not really the normal things that I...
Oh, no. If you're, into this stuff, of course, we don't all listen to strictly death metal. We can't all be elitists. But, I love power metal and shit like that, too. So Powerwolf, I think, is on top of that game currently. Like, as far as newer...
Oh, yeah.
As far as newer power metal, they're the ones that are pushing it, and making it their own, and I appreciate that, because
Oh, hell yeah.
to keep the fucking torch on fire, they're really doing it, so it's good. And the new Sabaton record's coming out too soon. So is that one in August?
What's that?
The new Sabaton?
It is.
It's good.
I can tell you a little bit about that in a second.
So they were very good. They're a lot of energy, that band.
Oh, wow. Dragon Force is putting out a best of record. Yay.
It's a best of. They've had like 3 records.
I know, I don't
Put out a
understand.
best of. They put out 3 albums.
They've had 6 records.
Really?
No. 1, 2, 3. Something like that, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still stupid.
None of
They
them
must
are
be-
hits.
They're doing it. They're doing it to get out of their contract with Roadrunner. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
There's some more butt rock that came out. There's Volbeat. I wouldn't wipe my butt with that.
It's weird. One of the guys that was in Merciful Fate, one of the, I don't know if it was Denner or Sherman, was in that band.
They were in Volbeat? I never knew that.
One of them was.
Wow, that makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
The Candlemass EP that I had mentioned probably a month ago, Death Thy Lover, is actually pretty good. I bought it. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's pretty good. What the hell that is? I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that either. Sorry, kids. I'm going through the old Amazon list. I just ran out of jack and shit to look up. There's some Blu-rays I wanted to talk about. One of the ones I'm excited about is coming out, and I wanted to bring this up. I brought this up before.
Hank Sherman did touring for him live, but wasn't in the band. Rob Caggiano, however, is. That was an Anthrax, which is funny.
This is way far away, but I'm mentioning it again for the fine folks at Arrow, and I want to thank them for this. Microwave Massacre.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
August 16th. And another one, and it's on here too now, is Slugs, that Arrow is also putting out, which is disgusting, which is awesome. Never seen Dead End Drive-In, but I want to.
Yeah, they got a lot of good shit coming out.
So we got some great horror stuff coming out, kids. Wow, what is this? The Alien Factor Blu-ray Limited Signed Edition. What is this? No shit. I'm totally buying this. This looks fucking awesome.
What is it?
It's a movie called The Alien Factor. It looks terrible. It looks awesome. I'm buying that when I get home. Something I want to mention to Corey, which it's really dropped in price here. Cat in the Brain is now only $24.99.
Oh yeah, Grindhouse
on Amazon
on their Facebook put out an image that showed all the discs that they manufactured. So it's about to be shipped out in the next week or two. It comes out July 12th. So,
but will your credit card get denied?
No.
Okay, good.
Fuck no. That thing is. That's mine. I'm
Mr. Bragger. We've sent your.
I fucking. Let me tell. I've earned that movie. I have the original Grindhouse releasing DVD of that they pretty much rehashed into this release, and I don't care if they did.
Holy shit!
But that comes out July 12th, and I'm getting it with the Wacky Wobbler, the Lucio Fulci bobblehead comes with it. So
Criterion's putting out the Beyond the Valley of the Dolls here.
Really?
That's bought.
Huh. See, they haven't put out anything.
That comes out September 27th.
Right.
Is it a horror movie? No. Is it an exploitation film? Yes, it is.
Which just falls in the same category. We all watch that stuff.
Why are they putting this out? Hold on one second. Oh, that's the original.
But I'm really excited for Cat in the Brain. I have the DVD, but I'm refusing.
American Ninja's coming out.
That's awesome.
It's kind of dumb.
I'm refusing to watch it until I get the Blu-ray because it comes out in like a week, so I'll have it. I'll have my nice Fulci Wacky Wobbler. It's like the last bunch of them made, so they only made like 1,000 of them or something, so they still have like about half of them left, so they're trying to stick them with these new Blu-rays and get them out, so I got mine. It's the 3-disc Blu-ray edition of Cat in the Brain, and it comes with the first 1,000 copies get the glow-in-the-dark case with it. I think maybe it's either 1,000 or the first 3,000 copies. Either way, it's cool. Hopefully, I believe I'm one of the first 1,000. As soon as I saw it, I went and fucking bought it. So, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Not that it matters, but it'll be something cool.
Arrow's putting out something else called Swinging Cheerleaders. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a porno.
You have to buy that.
Psychic Killer. This is out. Who put this out? It's just goddamn Vinegar Syndrome. Kids, I've not had any luck with Vinegar Syndrome. I do not recommend anybody buying anything from this company. And it is Vinegar Syndrome. Just not giving them any of my money. I'm not. Their prints look like dog shit. And I've just not been real happy with that company.
Now we got a corpse, but they got back to the film here for a second. They got a fucking octopus like face hugging him like on Alien. It's pretty awesome.
Did you say Blood and Black Lace earlier?
Yeah,
it's on here for $27.99.
Well, and speaking of Hastings, you were mentioning, that's the first place I saw a physical copy of that, and it was the Arrow version, and it was
of what?
At Hastings, Blood and Black Lace.
On Blu-ray?
Yeah.
When?
Well, the last time me and you went there.
No shit.
Yeah, they had it there, but I didn't buy it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I went there. I didn't really have money. So.
Well, that's annoying because I ordered that and never got it. Well, there it was. You
They
must
had
have
it
saw
there.
That's annoying.
It was the imported one because it had the little 18 things on it and everything.
Really?
The region-free one, yeah.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, they totally had it there.
Well, that's interesting.
It was when I was flipping some stuff so we can go out of town.
That's when you were a bellhop at the Playboy Mansion.
That's right. Blood and Black Lace. Starring Corey Gorchrist.
What we got here? That Slasher TV show is a turd.
Never seen it.
Another turd I want to throw out there is The Preacher, which I read the comic, so...
Comic was great. This
they
is totally
ruined it.
off
They
the
ruined it.
It's off the wall.
If it's on AMC, it's a turd.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Because it's not following the comic at all.
It's just not good.
It's probably because Seth Rogen's doing it and he has no business doing comic shit.
What is up with that? I wanted to ask you that.
I have no
I don't
idea.
like him anyway.
I don't.
And now I really don't like him. He's like, no, I'm a horror guy. It's like, well, you need to make up your mind. Are you a horror guy? Are you a comedy guy?
I don't even think he's really a fan of Preacher. I don't know how that works. I think him and Evan Goldberg are just bored and they're trying to cash in on comic book stuff for television because comic book shit for television is getting big, and I guess because Kevin Smith did it on an episode of The Flash that Seth Rogen can do it too. I don't know.
Should leave it to the professionals because I just,
Right.
Seth Rogen, here's Seth Rogen to me. He's Judd Apatow's bitch. I'm not even you're not getting any more free airtime from me. That's it. You're Judd Apatow's bitch, and you both should die in a fucking car wreck. Your interview movie sucks, and you suck. So
That interview movie was really bad.
I just don't like him. A lot of people don't know that Seth Rogen started out on Dawson's Creek. Yeah, you're a fucking prize winner.
No, it was.
Oh no, he was on Dawson's Creek. Look that up.
He was on Freaks and Geeks also. That was
Hold
like
on.
the first.
I'm going to do something fun for Corey right now while we're talking about this.
The first time I saw him.
Seth Rogen, Dawson's Creek photo.
The first time I saw him was on Donnie Darko.
Okay, pictures of Seth Rogen, Dawson's Creek.
Here comes dude with axe. I don't even know what's going on with this. It's the guy from earlier, the prostitute. I thought it was a cop because it's an Italian movie, and usually the cops have prostitutes. Oh my god. Must have not been. Let's see. Guess he was on one episode. That's funny. He looks weird, skinny. I mean, he's not in this picture at all. He looks like Seth Rogen, but that's pretty damn funny.
I thought it was funny.
But he was also in the show Freaks and Geeks. That was a Judd Apatow fucking TV show that had some, Seth Rogen and shit in it. It's an okay show, but it's just
Love how they don't have. Well, I've asked for that, and it's not even showing pictures of him.
Yeah, it's that first one where he's in the car. That's from Dawson's Creek.
Oh yeah, straight up.
Have you seen my wife? She was heading towards the bay. No.
That one broad that was on Dawson's Creek was fucking Heath Ledger. I think they had a baby together.
Probably. The baby died eating pain meds, who knows?
I want to go on record also to say that Suicide Squad looks like a piece of shit.
I'm going to go watch it.
I mean, you can.
I've already seen
that
this
guy that's playing Joker. I want to run over with my car.
Oh, Jared Leto.
I don't like him in anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing.
I'm already seeing Ghostbusters, so nothing's going to be worse than that. I already know.
I don't know. Will Smith's in that film.
Yeah.
Will Smith, if I've never discussed this on here, I think is the worst actor ever. He's the Fresh Prince in every role he's done.
He's great as Fresh Prince. But that should have been it. I don't think.
Well, see, I don't even like that.
I love
To me, all Fresh Prince. You know what Fresh Prince did for me growing up as a kid? It introduced not him, but people watching that. It introduced the Wigger, which is bad.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan. I can't watch anything with him in it. He literally makes me nauseous. I've never understood how anybody can look at me with a straight face and tell me that he's a good actor. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names. Jens, you fucking idiot. But, you know, I just don't like him. I don't like him in anything. You know, I've gotten on the subject of horror, but it is a horror. I'm glad I'm talking about it on this because it's a horror having to watch him. So, yo. I can't deal with him. He's the same character in everything he's in. Yeah. And his son's horrible and should have never been allowed to learn to speak. I don't even know
what that's about.
You know, you want to watch... Yeah, I mean, look, The Karate Kid is a bad movie, but The Karate Kid that his son is in is an abortion. You know, I farted in a gas station bathroom and had more talent that should have been recorded and kept.
And you did the crane while you're farting.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, come on. But, yeah, this movie's weird. I have to go back to the Italian horror thing. It's very strange. It's beautiful looking. Couldn't tell you anything that's going on. One thing I do want to talk about this Blu-ray that I did watch. It's the only thing I've ever watched on this Blu-ray before we watched it right now. Joe Dante, that directed The Burbs and the original Piranha, amongst other things, but he loved The Burbs, and he talks about seeing this film, Bay of Blood, in a Grindhouse theater.
Wow.
And how much he loved it and stuff. It's really weird. It's one of the special features on this disc. It's very strange.
That's kind of strange.
And like I said, I need a list of all the Arrow stuff that's region free. That's what I really want.
There's a good bit of it. Just have to kind of pull it.
I just wish there was a way to know. Because Bad Blood can't be the only thing. There has to be several titles, I would imagine, that are region free that get our hands on and entertain these kids with with your humor and my bad attitude. So we got a guy going through a phone book. That's about all I can tell you about what's going on right now. Is that supposed to be blacked out?
What?
The levels.
Oh, no.
Hello, police. Is this the police? Pardon. But I could not tell you right now anything that's going on in this film. I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know what's going on. I just know a lot of people have died. And the guy that's killing this one guy, he looks like he's killing a bearded hipster. And he's he looks like a James Caan stunt double, which is really strange. But yeah, I don't get it. Everybody's like, "Oh, Scott, you need to watch." You know, people have been doing this to me for years. They're my friend Scott was telling me, he's like, "Vincent, listen, you gotta listen. You've got to watch Game of Thrones, or you've got to watch Preacher, you've got to watch whatever." And I don't operate like that. If I'm not watching horror, probably watching something old that I've seen 1,000 times, like Kolchak the Night Stalker or Star Trek, and that's it. Not really interested in checking this stuff out. You know, I can tell you, if anybody's interested out there, the only new show that I watch is Supergirl. That's it.
Okay, I found your list.
Really?
Yes, I did.
There's a list?
There's a list.
Okay, I want to take a second.
It's called regionfreemovies.com.
You've got to be shitting me. And it's an Arrow list?
It's all Arrow.
Really?
There's not a lot on here.
Okay, so he's going to read the list. Is Bay of Blood on there?
Let's see. A lot of it is. Let's see.
But is Bay of Blood on there?
No.
Well, see, that's annoying.
So it's must not be a complete list. Let's see.
Is all this horror?
Most of it.
All right, let's hear it.
Their version of The Beyond, Blind Woman's Curse, Bride of Reanimator, City of the Living Dead, Contamination. I mean, a lot of this we already have in the U.S. also, but this is
Right.
Day of Anger. I don't know what that is. Death Walks Twice, Eaten Alive, Hired to Kill, Inferno, Mark of the Devil.
Inferno?
Yep.
Wait, Inferno?
Yeah, like Argento Inferno. Their version of it's region free.
Weird.
Mark of the Devil, Massacre Gun.
I own Mark of the Devil.
You got Pit Stop, Pray for Death, Rage of Honor, Retaliation, The Beast, The Black Cat, Mutilator, The Stuff. See, I think a lot of this was before they put it out, I think. Some of that, though, I know is just released in the UK, but it's region free, like City of the Living Dead. Of course, they have a version, but it's not Arrow that we get, but their version
They have an
is
Arrow
region
version?
free. Yeah.
The Arrow version? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it looks better.
Oh, I'm sure it does. That's the only list I can find.
I want that copy of The Beyond.
Yeah.
How the hell would I find... Wait a minute. I know how I'm going to find it.
Hey,
I can't find anything right now because my phone's dead. But anyway, that's awesome. Corey got me Contamination recently this year, and it's such a wonderful film. Goblin did the soundtrack for it. A lot of people saw it as an Alien knockoff. I didn't. I actually thought it was really good, and actually maybe my favorite Italian horror film ever made.
Really?
Like, I really like it.
It's a good movie. We should do that one.
We will.
It's a great film.
I'm going to go back to the film here. I don't know what the hell's going on. It looks like a Bond film now.
That's what I was saying. It looked like a Bond film in the beginning. And
I have to agree with you. It kind of goes back to that. On location somewhere in an Italian wilderness.
And the trees look like dildos.
Yeah.
If you can tell us what the dildo trees are, please let us know. You can write me at Corey Gorechrist HQ, 666 Know Your Role Boulevard.
Have I told you about being locked out of... I want to tell this to the people listening. I got locked out of my fucking... my goddamn Twitter account, and it will not let me back in. And I don't know how to get back into it.
Usually it's through your email. They can just...
It will not let me back in.
It's weird, I don't know.
And it's driving me crazy. Like, it's just lost. Anything that I had on there is gone. I mean, it looks like it's still up and running if you go look at it, but I can't get into it.
Oh no, I'd have to mess with it. I can probably I've been locked out of my ship a few times.
You want to do that when we're done doing this, or we can do anything you want, man. It's frustrating out there if you guys have ever been locked out of it. I didn't like it, and then I started really digging it, and now I can't get into it, and it drives me fucking nuts.
Welcome to the internet. Once you like it, it fucks you in the butt.
Yep, and it did. But so what if he saw what happens then? What happened to the others? I don't know what's going on in this film. Reading y'all subtitles at a random point in a film that I know nothing about, that I haven't seen in probably 15 years.
There's one thing Italian horror loves to do is have no fucking point.
And confuse Dr. Vincent West.
All we need are fucking slashing and bitches. That's all we need in these movies. There hasn't been enough bitches. There's been plenty of killings, but not in a little while.
So I wanted to tell you something. I picked up some Ghoul CDs. I think I told you.
Really? Yeah.
And I really like them.
You got Maniacs. You got Splatter
I got the first
Thrash.
3, whatever those are.
Splatter Thrash, Transmission Zero, and Maniacs. All great. You know, a funny story, I never mentioned this to Ross, and I meant to tell him because it was a funny-ass story. Because he's friends with, what's his name from Ghoul. One of my friends in high school gave me a copy of Maniacs that he burned, and he was like, hey, check out my band. So I was like, okay, and I listened to him. And I was like, there's no way that's this guy's band. Like, this sounds too good to be this dude in fucking high school. It's like 15, So I was like, I didn't want to be mean and be like, but I knew that he was full of shit. Like, I was just like, this is an actual band. And I looked it up, and I was like, that's Ghoul. They're from fucking Creepsylvania or wherever they're from. California. But, I gave the CD back to him, and I was like, yeah, that sounds really good, man. Yeah, your band is great. He was like, yeah, it's not my band. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's pretty obvious that doesn't sound like a bunch of 15-year-olds did that. So, it was kind of a funny story that he tried to play it off like it was his. He did it as a joke. He didn't do it to like...
But it's weird?
So he would sell it to me thinking he was cool. He gave me the album and said it was my band because he tried to like just make a fucking joke out of it.
I never knew they existed.
Mm-hmm. They're really good.
No, I think it's weird that this band has been out there all this time. I'm assuming he tours it and all this other shit. Mm-hmm. But what I think is so odd about it to me, the band, Ghoul, I don't, and I like them okay, but I like it better when I'm drunk, I think, but...
That's what they're for, I think.
But I don't, I was not familiar with them at all. Corey and I are actually tossing around the idea of going to see them this coming month.
It's them and Crowbar and Carcass.
But we're not really sure yet.
Or Caracas, as we like to call him.
Jens is apparently dead because I can't get a hold of him.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows with that. Sometime, I believe, next month to go back to music, I think Superjoint's putting an album out.
Yeah. On Housecore, which is really cool.
Yeah, and it's just Superjoint. Now, why is that? Why is it just called Superjoint, not Superjoint Ritual?
Pretty sure there's a copyright thing involved with that. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Why they dropped the Ritual part. I think it has to do with the label thing. Because, now Phil's doing everything on his own record label, like
okay.
Housecore, so I think Superjoint Ritual is still owned. Like, the name is still owned by, they were on BMG, specifically they were on the, I have both those records, I can't think of what they were on. I like those records. I was a big Superjoint Ritual fan. I saw them in Vegas. I'm wearing the tour shirt.
Saw them in Vegas, they were really good. I love anything where Jimmy's playing fucking guitar.
Yeah, it's great.
Jimmy's a great drummer, but he's a hell of a guitar player. We saw I Hate God back in April, and they were fucking unbelievable.
And I saw...
It's probably the greatest start to this year. I actually it was just fun. And we saw some stuff before that, but God, that show was
fucking fun. It's been a NOLA year and a half for me, because I started it. It just goes back to Ghoul, too, because I saw Down and Ghoul with Goat Horror at Barbecue.
Right.
That was really awesome. And then first time seeing Ghoul, they were really good. Then I went and saw... Well, no, actually, rewind that. I saw Superjoint. Then, like a month or two later...
You saw Superjoint at your favorite venue in the Southeast, too. Which we're not going to mention that venue because that is Corey's favorite venue he's ever been in. I'm really into the Masquerade in Atlanta. Corey didn't really like the Masquerade.
No.
He prefers
go to this other one.
He prefers the other one.
Well, yeah, I saw Superjoint. Then, like a month or two later, I saw Down. And then we saw I Hate God. So it was like... It's the year of the Bower for me, because I've just seen him in 3 different bands in the
He's
last
a tour
year.
machine.
And I just like all his shit. He's awesome. Jimmy Bower's free.
He is.
It's really fun. I enjoy his shit. And, so those were definitely shows worth going.
I want to mention something real quick. I want to apologize to anyone that listens to us. I have worked my ass off trying to get people booked for interviews to do this podcast with us, and to be perfectly honest with you, it's been really negative. Out of respect for the podcast, I won't mention any of these people, but I've been blown off. I've been ignored. They read this stuff. They don't get back to me, and I think it's unprofessional. Quite frankly, I think it's chicken shit to fucking to treat us like that. Corey works his ass off too to try to get people, because he runs on no sleep and all work, and he still tries to squeeze stuff in for this. Any of the technical stuff you guys are hearing, what you're enjoying right now listening to this, Corey's responsible for it. My dumb ass just shows up and tries to add to it. All the praise in the world to Corey, but it hurts my feelings that as a fan that people could be as classless turds that they've been to me. And again, I'm not going to mention names, but it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like, we've had some great guests, and I want to apologize for the lull you're going to witness here, probably over a few podcasts. I'm doing everything I can, and we've got some stuff in the works, but we don't, we're doing this by the seat of our pants, and it's not easy to do. And unfortunately, I've had people agree to do it and then not do it. So, It just hurts. I'm not even mad at those people. It just hurts. It actually, as a fan, it hurts. And I'm sorry that, for example, you're listening to this episode right now. I'm sorry there's not a guest. There's not. And I blame myself. And I'm sorry. This is Dr. Vincent West. I'm sorry that I've let you guys down. I'm trying. But most people have been very responsive and really cool. But a lot of other people have basically just either read it and blown me off, but what's worse are the ones that say they'll do it and then they don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry. You all can blame me for that.
Oh, no, that's nobody's fault. It's their own fault if they say they're going to do it and they don't. I mean, shit happens. A lot of people we reach out to, they're currently, they're touring musicians. They got a lot of shit on their plate. They got to deal with family stuck at home, and they're on tour, and then they gotta stick us into it. But what I'm saying is, if you agree to do something, you got to do it. I mean, I know you got all kinds of shit that you got to deal with as a touring musician. You got a lot of other PR going on. You got a lot of other people wanting stuff from you, and other people wanting interviews, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. But you can always just be like, I don't have time. And people have, and that's a professional way to handle things. Is, hey, I would love to right now, but I don't have time.
One of my favorite bands, which I'm not going to mention until it's in concrete, but we're getting 3 of the 4 members on this show, and I'm fucking super excited about it. I want to tell you guys about it right now, but I can't. But they've been awesome as far as staying in touch with me. There's other people that are lesser people in a known band that have basically dangled in front of me like a fishing lure. Hey, we're going to do it. Hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it this day, and then they don't even respond to me. There's 8 paragraphs where I've talked to them on Facebook Messenger. I don't have Facebook Messenger on my phone because I think it's cool. I have it on there for this podcast. And apparently people don't take it seriously. And when they don't, I'm not mad. It hurts my feelings. It feels like you punched me in the fucking balls. And it hurts you guys as a listener. And I'm sorry. Again, I'm taking the heat on this. And I'm sorry. I'm doing everything I can. And hopefully we'll get some great folks coming up. I'm doing everything I can to. But, when you reach out to people and they say, yeah, we'll do it, and yeah, I'll get with you, and then they don't, and I mean, I can think of 4 people right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mention them because I want them to do this. But one of them I think I'm eventually going to end up mentioning because he's just flat out thrown me in the fucking gutter. I mean, he better have an excuse like my kid was killed when I talk to him, because it really hurts when you say, yeah, here's the day, I'm going to do it, and then you don't do it.
Yeah. Well, I know sometimes shit happens, but you can always, if you can read it, you can respond. You know.
Yeah, I've never understood that. You know,
it's not like, sorry, I couldn't message you back when I read it. Some dude put a gun to the back of my head. I mean, I don't fucking know. There's no telling what happened in between reading it and then. You know,
we've a band that I mentioned a minute ago that they had some really serious shit going on with one of their members, man, and they told us, and you know, I love you guys, man. You know who you are, and when you hear this, you know who you are, and fuck yeah, and thank you for being honest with me. Not that something bad happened, but that you were just honest and kept me in the loop. You know, we don't get paid to do this. Corey and I make zero money doing
actually,
this.
Sometimes maybe even lost money trying to do this.
Corey's probably, yes, he probably hasn't, or helping my ass.
But it's not losing
get here,
money.
But
in my defense, it's putting out something, and that means all.
Right, this is
world, you know?
It's a creative outlet, and I appreciate you letting me be a part of it with you, and you know, and for everybody out there, and I hope you guys, you know, am I brash about something? Sure, but you guys have to remember, I'm older, and I've got a different view on a lot of shit. You know, I didn't get kicked off a truck into the street last night about metal and horror movies. I've been into this shit for a long fucking time.
Right.
You know. I'll date myself 30 plus years, you know, so it's like, you know, you gotta remember that. But I mean, it's frustrating when we try to deliver something, because I feel like we've had some really cool guests. I don't know if anybody out there digs them or not. I hope you do. And I feel like when I can't get them, I feel like I'm letting Corey down, myself down, and most of all, I feel like I'm letting you guys down, and I'm sorry.
And in reality, it's a two-way street, so all we can do is reach out, and if people want to do it, they want to do it, and if people don't, they don't. And
well, it sucks when they say they do and they don't.
Right. I mean, like I said, I don't know what the deal is with that. Like, shit happens. I don't know if something happened in between when they read it and when they wanted to respond. I don't know what the deal is with any of that. But this is just, still don't get what's going on. But this,
a lot of murder in this film.
Yeah, but there's never like one dude murdering somebody. It's like it's been two dudes the whole time, but there was another guy in the beginning that was murdering people too. I don't know. It's just like not a set murderer in this film. There's just a shit ton of murder going on. All different people murdering people. Especially that old guy. He's done most of the murders. It's a nice guy. Nice guy in a sweater propped up against a tree.
Kind of looks like a Norman Bates sweater.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, there's some kind of barn or outhouse or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. He's got a piece of steel through him. If it ends like that, this is going to be really weird. But either way, you know, you get to see this. This thing's in high def. If you guys want this, this is a region-free Arrow Blu-ray. It goes for anywhere from $15 to $25 on Amazon, depending on when you're looking for it and who's selling it. I picked it up for
fairly new release.
$15. I got it. Is it?
Yeah, hasn't been out that long.
I didn't know that. But
a few months.
It's one of those things where it's like, I just wish the Arrow was a little bit more like, you know, I mean, it pisses me off. There's a collector's edition. I don't know if we have any fans of this out there besides me, of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Right. There's a goddamn special edition of it out in England, and I can't fucking buy it. It's fucking bullshit. The fucking Blu-ray that's out here it looks like shit. The special features look like shit, and it's just shit.
It's a shit.
It is a shit. It's all the way around. It's just a turd. But, you know, like the Burbs I was talking about earlier, there's a fucking Arrow release of that. I would kill to have that. There's a commentary track.
Right.
There's all kinds of cool shit on that thing. Do I get to see it? Nope. And I know there's that. If we have any tech people out there, like, oh, we'll get a region-free Blu-ray player. Tell you what, you mail me one, and Dr. Vincent West will watch anything.
Yep.
But I can't afford that.
Then things are going to go off the rails if we get sent a region-free Blu-ray player.
Oh, we'll have so much bullshit.
Yeah, then we're just going to be...
Maybe it is something we should look into getting.
Yeah.
For you.
And then we just have I'd have to have a whole other bookcase for just Arrow Blu-rays.
Yeah, because it's off the fucking chain, the stuff that's available in Europe. And you know what it is? To go back to this is kind of the full circle to what I was talking about earlier. People in Germany and Japan, especially Japan, these people buy physical media.
That's because they want to own something.
They're collectors. They're like we are. They're either audiophiles or videophiles or both. And love those people. It's awesome. But yeah, I don't. Never understood that.
It's actually not bad.
What's that? I think Mr. Gorechrist is shopping online right now. I wish I could.
Planning to shop.
But not yet. So now we've got a guy walking around with a fucking match, which is the longest burning match I've ever seen in my life.
He's trying to fart on it, set himself on
And
fire.
now it looks like a guy's, I don't know what the hell's going on, trying to stab him or something. I have no idea what the hell's going on in this film. Nothing. Y'all want a review of it? Buy it. I don't know what to tell you because it's insane. I don't know what's going on. I have enjoyed it. It has a good flow to it. It's not slow like a lot of Italian horror I've watched. It's very upbeat.
That's where it's a lot of suspense stuff. And
yeah.
Yeah, this region-free player, $170.
That's not bad at all. What brand is it?
Sony.
No shit.
A lot of them, though, are the region-free DVD players who need the Blu-ray. This one's $150.
Yeah, we need the Blu-ray. I know there was a guy, if we've got any Xbox One guys out there, Corey and I are Xbox One. We're not PlayStation people. But I knew a guy that modded an Xbox One. I don't know how the fuck he did it and made it region free, but it fried his fucking machine.
I'm sure that's why I don't fuck with that shit.
Because something in it, the Windows program in it or something fucking butt-fucked him and fried it. Blew the fucking processor.
Right.
Fried it, literally fried the processor in it, but which I had the same trouble with a Xbox 360 Elite I had. Isn't that right? The 360 Elite.
Yeah.
I fried that goddamn thing. So I let this dude fuck with it, and it ghosted my fucking profile, and it just fried the fucking processor in it.
The Elites didn't have any trouble frying shit anyway, even if it was brand new.
So now 2 other people are dead beside a car, and we've got an out-of-focus shot of something. Maybe a chick. No, it's a beetle. It's a kid that's a beetle. No, he's got... I never had that much of a bowl cut. That's a bowl cut from hell. Man, that's like an egg cut.
Oh, that's not you in this film?
No.
You only are in Carpenter films.
I am in Carpenter films with a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Actually, fortunately for me. I am. But.
By the way, can I say that most people I know that own PS4s are a fucking asshole?
Yeah, you can.
Isn't that weird?
No, it's the same. It's the same
trend.
thing.
I don't know
It's the same thing as people that drive Mitsubishi Eclipses. It's a theory I've had for years.
I'm surprised that they didn't do a bundle of PS4. It's like get the Force Awakens with your PS4. I don't know.
I'm just tired of everybody. What's the? We're going to game rant here for a second.
Somebody.
What's that game? Is it Uncharted?
Uncharted. Yeah.
What is the deal? Everybody's like, it is the best game ever. And I played it, I'm like, wow, the graphics look like shit, and it's stupid.
You know why? People are boring, that's why.
The end, kids.
The end. It's just the beginning.
The end, right to the menu. What do you bet me? We won't even get any credits.
Wow. Yeah, they're just like, fuck off. You get straight to the Bay
of Blood,
Bay
a
of
Mario
boobs.
Bava porno.
To the Bay of Boobs. No, but I read a thing on Facebook recently. It was somebody, and you're not a gamer if you have to ask the question. They were like, should I get a PS4 or an Xbox? And of course, 99% of the people on that post were like, dude, get a PS4, man. And then I commented on it, and all I said was, they're both gaming systems, so just buy the system based on the games that you want. And then, this is your second option, you can do the exact opposite of what everyone on here is telling you to do. Which is true. It's like, why would you do what like 100 people just told you to do? Because obviously they all have PS4s, so why the fuck would you also buy a PS4 that everyone else owns? When obviously, if they don't have an Xbox, they don't know what they're doing. They don't. I think that one's better. I think you should own both. If you're a gamer and you like video games, then buy both. If you don't want to miss out on stuff, you can have all the exclusive titles that come out because you have both systems.
I just don't.
The reason here's why I play
sports games.
Here's why I have Xbox. Okay, it has nothing to do with brand loyalty, even though I'm a stockholder in Microsoft Corporation. It has nothing to do with brand loyalty. It has nothing to do with even exclusive titles, really. It's just I've invested.
But your last name is Gates. I thought it was Corey Gates. That's not a coincidence, is it?
I invested a lot of fucking time and money into my Xbox profile. So why would I start over and have a PSN profile and have no fucking gamer points on it or trophies, whatever it is? Like, I have almost a 41,000 gamer score on my Xbox profile. That's a lot. I pay for Xbox Live. So why would I just all of a sudden move on to PS4 and then start paying for their Live and ditch Xbox and all I've invested in and start over? I don't want to do that. And am I a fan of the PS4 games? Not really. Those games don't appeal to me. They're for like anime nerds. I don't know what any of those games are. They're all like these fucking Japanese games for like these.
Did your brother go Xbox One or PS4?
Xbox.
Really? Because I thought there was a time there I thought he was gonna.
That's because everybody he was with was telling him what to buy.
Sure.
Because they're all
DD, which won't get mentioned, has both. I think so.
Yeah.
But buy both. If you guys want both, buy both.
That's what I'm saying. But the people that just go PS4, they're Trump supporters. They're doing they're doing what people tell them to do. It's like, yeah, man, you're a queer if you don't buy PS4. Oh, I'm gonna get made fun of if I buy an Xbox. Well, I'm buying a PS4. It's like, well, you're not a death metal fan because we get made fun of all the time for liking our shit. But you know what? I buy it anyway because it's what I like.
It's a very good point.
So I don't really know a whole lot of people that have an Xbox because they're all wanting to play Uncharted 7. And it's just like, those games are fucking terrible. They're boring. If I want to play a Crash Bandicoot, I'll play Crash Bandicoot. If I want to play Lara Croft Tomb Raider, I'll fucking play Tomb Raider. I don't need both of those combined into a game.
Right.
It's like, dude, fucking, I beat this game in a 78 hours just staying up playing it, and it's fucking adventure puzzle game. It's like, I don't care. It's boring. I want to play a video game. I'm not trying to fucking climb up a wall while there's a tornado and a typhoon and a waterfall happening.
Right.
I don't care about all that. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But that's not going to sell me a $400 system out of it. I don't.
No.
The stuff I like is on Xbox, and you know what? Most of the stuff I buy on Xbox, you can buy on PS4 too. So
stop listening.
So it's most titles that you buy are gonna be multi-platform. There's very few that come out that are for just one of them. And if it is, it's mostly content. It's not even like a game.
Right.
But Xbox, you got Gears of War and Halo and shit like that, and then for
Stop listening.
For PS4, you got...
Stop listening. Fuck off.
For PS4,
Go back to menu.
You got
Go to bed.
You got Final Fantasy. That's all you got. So I don't know why people even buy it. Uncharted and Final Fantasy. We release exclusive titles once every 4 years. By the time you buy the second game, we're already making a new console. So I don't know. That's just I don't know. But hey, they both play Blu-rays, so why the fuck would you not just buy either one?
Or you get a PS3 and go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Play Blu-rays there.
Still play Blu-rays, so you can't go back in time. An Xbox won't play Blu-rays.
No.
You have to have an Xbox One, but
It will not.
or you can just get a fucking Blu-ray player because they're really cheap. Because most people have.
Is that clock right, or is
play.
that clock right?
That clock?
Perfect. Well, we'll edit that last part out there because this isn't Game Show Network or GSN or whatever the hell that thing was called.
G4.
G-Spot.
G-Spot.
It's not G-Spot. Anyway, I think we should record another episode because it's early. We'll let you pick this film. Wow. I'm rambling. All right, kids. Stay spooky. Watch Monster Squad. It's very good. Or watch a Vincent Price film after you get done listening to me rant.
Thank you guys for listening. This is the way we started doing it, and this is the way I like to do it. Honestly, always fun to have interviews, but you got to remember when the fucking meat's not there, we are the gristle and the veins and the blood of this. So thank you guys for supporting us and
Thank you.
enjoying us fucking talking about bullshit. It's really nice to know people care. Because we do. We're fans of all this shit. So it's fun to reach out to other people that feel the way we do. And maybe if you don't, I mean, we don't care. As long as you're listening to us and supporting, I really do appreciate it. And give us some feedback on what you think. If you we pick the films no matter what. So that's not what I mean by feedback. By feedback, I mean... give us your opinions on some of the films we've already watched. If you have a suggestion, we'll take it into consideration. But I don't make the prescriptions. The doctor's got his fucking lab, and he's got his bullshit. That's all him.
I do.
Sometimes he's out of his meds, and I got to pick something for him. But usually he's good, and that's all on the doctor. So you're not going to get any prescriptions yourself. You can't ask for it. You got to have the recommendations.
Yeah. So. Unfortunately, I don't do requests, and I'm unavailable for comments. So, anyway, I'm back to the padded room. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.